Good morning, this is Diana of Be4STEM. I'm glad you could join me today. I want to introduce some lessons from Unit 3 of Tiny Science for Great Futures. These lessons are called the unit Tiny Cups, and it investigates magnetism, motion, and gravity, and the interaction of forces for us. Before I start, I want to make sure I remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook to help us grow. Okay, let me get started. I want to show you what comes in the kit in this tiny segment for the lessons for Unit 3 on magnetism. In this box, you're going to find a magnetic wand, magnifier, alligator forceps, which we use as robotic arms, the pointed forceps, and the absorbent towel, which we use spread out and use as our lab mat. There's also a test tube rack here, which has an assortment of test tubes with various textures, shapes, and weights of items in them. Some magnetic and some not. Pipettes, a water bottle, and then you're going to need some magnets. So amazingly, what I recommend for testing magnets is an old button box. If you have access to one, this was labeled by my aunt buttons and assorted threads and needles and other buttons. But what we found in here were all these things and some buttons, and my goodness, one of these buttons looks magnetic. It's metallic, but it's not. Other than those buttons, there's a lot of buttons in the bottom, and if you take your magnetic wand in an old box of buttons, here's what you'll probably find. A number of things ended up in old boxes of buttons aside from buttons, but many buttons that are at least 30 years old were metallic based. Today, most of our buttons are more like these, plastic. So that's a good way to find some metals to test. And then we also have an assortment of washers and buttons that are non-metallic, so we can do a test on them in one of the lessons on moving magnetic items, helping us move things in rows. So that's another lesson. Well, I look forward to seeing you for all these lessons, so have a great day and we'll see you soon.